Welcome to Greenable Woodbridge. I'm your host, Carolyn Ehrlich. Today's show, I've been looking forward to this since we talked. With us today is Samantha Gerity, who is the Administrative Secretary at Division of Public Works. Yeah. But I have to tell you that the title does not reflect the fact that you kind of keep everything rolling.
I do try.
Yeah, you're the director's right-hand person.
Yes.
And aside from that, you are a certified recycling professional.
Yes, I am.
And you've gotten your Clean Communities certification.
I have.
And also, while you're working,
yes,
you got a master's degree in industrial and organizational psychology.
Yes.
So you are an all-round person and a lot of fun. So to start off, we were at an event together, and you started talking to me about your passion of taking things and doing a reuse, finding another thing to do with them. And you were going on about this and that, and I said, I have to have you on Greenable Woodbridge. So here you are. Tell us about your passion and your hobby of reuse.
So my entire life, I've always been very crafty. My mother was very crafty, and she kind of passed it down to me. And I would say over like the past 10 years, I've really gotten interested in giving new life to something that other people don't really want anymore. Even if it's not in the best of condition, I can make it beautiful again. Mostly I do like home decor stuff for myself, especially around the holidays. And when we were talking at our event, I was telling you about I took old fan blades that I found at our reuse it center, and I turned them into a reindeer and a snowman, and they hang on my wall during the holidays.
Amazing.
There's so much you could do to give new life to something, and it's keeping it out of the landfill. And that's the most important
thing. And you have a treasure trove right at Public Works.
I do.
Talk a little bit about the reuse center. And
so before I came today, I went and I was talking to find out in 2025, they have kept out of the landfill 10 tons of items. So just from the reuse it center alone. It's a great place. You could go there, and if you have items that you want that are in good condition and you want somebody else who could use it, you could bring it down there. And we're open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 2, and they have so many things. I was even able to get one of those kids Fisher Price trucks this past fall, and I turned it into a little red truck with a Christmas tree, and that was my holiday card that I sent out to everybody this year.
Oh my,
yeah.
That is fantastic. And of course, as you take your own stuff there that you don't need anymore, if you see something that you like,
yep,
you don't have to pay for it. You just say, hey, I'm taking this, and take it home.
Yep,
which is wonderful. It's truly reuse.
It is, and we have everything from books to bicycles and kids' toys, kitchen supplies. We have everything.
And if you're into antiques,
oh yes,
some of the plates that I've seen there are like there's the Depression era glasses, and it's cool if you're a collector.
My favorite thing that I have found in there, and I quickly scooped it up, was an accordion.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody was getting rid of their accordion. Not that I play. I mean, my father is a musician. My daughter is a musician. So I was like, oh, we have to have this with all of our instruments. So yeah, I was able to find an accordion. You never know what you're going to find there.
Wait till your baby gets their hands on it. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So another thing that you work on, and this is truly a masterpiece. It's not a reuse, it's a new use, but every year, everybody gets something in their mailbox that hopefully they keep and cherish all year long.
Yes.
And that's the recycling calendar.
Yes.
And that is your creation. You are the one that does this. And what's fantastic about it is it doesn't only have the information you need to know when your garbage is going to be picked up and when the leaves are going to be picked up and what the rules are of what you can recycle and what you can't recycle. As important as they are, and everybody should hold on to the calendar so they don't forget and they know,
Yep.
you make it interesting because you put, last year you did the superheroes.
Yes.
This year, I guess coming into the country's 250th, you did a little history chain
Yes.
of main events in Woodbridge, but also going through the life of sanitation and recycling. So here it is, and right on the cover as you go through the timeline, it talks about 1739, Benjamin Franklin organizes street cleaning.
Yes.
I read that. I can't get it out, the picture out of my brain of Benjamin Franklin on the streets of Philadelphia. You could just picture him with his broom and a couple of his buddies sweeping up it. But that's kind of what I don't know how, tell us what's in here that's important, that's vital, and how you got all this, decided to do the history, and how you got all this information.
Well, I worked very closely with the library.
I thought you had to, yeah.
To come up with my facts, to make sure they were completely accurate, and it was a pleasure working with them. I had a great time, especially getting the pictures. They were sending me pictures, and I was just sitting there in awe to see Woodbridge, a town that I'm born and raised in, and I'm just honored to watch how we've grown from when we became a township to now.
Right.
It was amazing. And there's so much information about how we grew, like, and the things that happened. Like when you look at the Broker train wreck, that was a big part of our history. And I learned so much from doing this calendar, more so than the other ones were fun. I had, they keep you interested, they're engaged, because my goal is that you keep this all year. But this one's a little different because it really does focus on our history as a township and our history as a nation.
Yes, it's just, so we're actually on the train wreck, we have an artist doing a mural on that in downtown Woodbridge on Fulton Street, right by where the accident took place. But it's not a celebration of the accident. It's a celebration of the people in Woodbridge, how they came out of their homes and they helped all the people who were on the train, took them into their homes, gave them blankets, whatever. And it was just, the whole town was involved. It was a beautiful mark.
Yes.
As sad as it was a beautiful mark for the township.
My neighbor, when I was growing up, unfortunately, he's not with us any longer, but he was one of the EMTs who was there to help, get as many people and to save them. So I always remember hearing the stories growing up, because it's just, it was definitely an important and terrible moment, but we came together,
right?
Which is really what matters.
And then, of course, there are other milestones, like the first traffic circle.
Yes.
Right by where we now have the new supermarket, Sprouts.
Yes.
And the shopping center is called Cloverleaf because that was the first Cloverleaf. But of course, now they took away the Cloverleaf, and sometimes I wonder maybe they should have left it there. Because the traffic's kind of crazy the way it's handled there. But
another thing that was one of my favorite is to see how no matter what goal we are given or we make for ourselves, we go above and beyond that. And when doing the page on the cover where it just showed all of our accomplishments and what the state had, put in place and us going above and beyond, that is what really I think makes this calendar, is you really see how great of a township this is.
Yep. So a part of that is what we've been doing with Sustainable Jersey. They give us actions and things that we can do, and we look at that, go, okay, it's a good starting point. And then we just keep on going and we learn from that. So, and we do very well with Clean Communities too.
We do. That Clean Communities is really about litter abatement, and we work very hard to make sure we are on top of that. There are pickup. We do litter pickup days and events. I know they reach out to, and we get people from businesses all over the town who want to do litter pickup. So we work very hard to keep it clean.
And it is a pretty clean town.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah. And in fact, when we do get a complaint, you got somebody out there right away cleaning it up.
As soon as I get a phone call, I get somebody out.
Yes. Yeah. And that's how we keep the town clean.
We do.
What are some of the other things, the information that's so important in here, how you figure out what days am I going to get my garbage picked up?
Yes. So at the back of the calendar is the index, and the best way to use it is to just find your street. And then once you find your street, on the right-hand side is a little box that's going to tell you when your special pickups are, your leaves, your brush, Christmas trees. Mm-hmm. There's so much information in here. We also, once a year at multiple locations, we do it over 2 weeks, the leaf bag distribution, mm-hmm. so that you can come and get leaf bags so that you are prepared for when all the leaves fall.
Yes.
How to get a special pickup if you have you're getting a new couch or mm-hmm. table. You just give us a call, you schedule it, and put it outside. We will come and pick it up. All that information, important phone numbers, holidays, dates are all in that calendar.
It's amazing. Yeah. And especially the calendar is good for when there is a holiday.
Yes.
To know, okay, so I'm not going to be having it picked up on my regular pickup day. When will it be?
Yep, it's all there.
Right. I mean, generally the rule is, especially with the recycling, it's just
going to be the next day.
Right. So
yes.
You don't have to look it up. Just remember, okay, if mm-hmm. I take out my paper on Thursday, so it'll be on Friday if there's a Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gets a little tricky when there's a holiday that lands like on a Saturday. So our day off will be Friday, so we'll actually pick it on that Saturday. Right. So it does. So the calendar will help you out if you're not 100% sure when to put out your containers.
But it's very helpful. So for those of you who didn't realize how great this calendar is, you can always call the Department of Public Works and they'll mail you a new one. Mm. Or sometimes you can find a special delivery in your mailbox.
Yes. Well, if you didn't get it or you need another one, we will happily get one out to you.
But hopefully you held on to it.
I hope so.
And if you didn't take the time to actually look at it and read it, it really is cool. The information in this calendar is so interesting. You'll learn so much.
You will.
So, So the third thing, and this is a huge thing that you're working on. It's no small project.
Yes.
So to start off with, our police department is one of the only 4 police departments in the state that has a national certification. Yes. And we are very proud of that. And every time the mayor talks about our police department, he always says, and we are the best, and we're nationally accredited. But that is not, the accreditation is not just about bragging rights. No. It's about having an outside company coming in and looking at all your practices and all of your policies and saying, you're doing it right and we're going to accredit you. So the mayor said, hey, why don't we do this with all our departments? And so there is an association that does that, and if we get it done before anybody else, we'll be the first one in the state.
Yes.
And because you are so good at everything you do, and they said, Samantha, will you oversee this with each one of the departments in town? So tell us about what they're looking for, how you're going to do it. I know you've already done it at Public Works, what you did there, and let us know how it goes.
So the American Public Works Association, it's not a requirement, but they set that gold standard of how the policies and how the organization should run. We are already at that, if not above that. So I have happily, very excitedly, taken on this task of doing this accreditation. I have to work with each of the departments to be able to gather the information so that when we go, we're in the self-assessment process, when we go to actually have the inspection and have somebody come out and look at all of our policies and how we run, we will be ready. So actually, I'm starting on Monday having my first meeting with every department, so I'm very excited. And I have set up all the information I have to gather. So right now I've done public works at my level in the director's office. I still need to do sanitation, parks, and I'm gathering all that information based on what their requirements are so that I could tell them, okay, here's what we have, here's what we are doing, and they're hopefully, and I am very confident, are going to go, you've gone above and beyond, and
That's what we do. Can you give us some examples?
So like our policies of how we handle a snow emergency, how we plow our snow emergency roads first and then move on so that we can make sure that in emergencies, people, if they need to get out, they can get out. How we would handle, like we have to even try and think of if there is a hurricane, how would we handle that? So we have to have a policy in place for any and every possible scenario, and we do already.
Yes.
So it's now just having it in
putting it down on paper.
Putting it on paper in one spot where we could go, okay, this is where it is, this is what we do.
And as time goes on, people can look at that and say, oh, this is how they always did it. Because we're not all going to be around forever. But we've lived through hurricanes.
We have.
And I know Public Works, they talked about with public service was like, we were able to get trees out of the road faster than any other town, and PS would come back here and reconnect our lines, and we were at an advantage. And so is that the kind of thing that, we have to have the tree people and be prepared for?
Yes, and we always, I have to say, as I said with the calendar, we exceed our goals, and this is no different. We are there to provide the highest level of service to all of the residents in this community. And this is just a way to be recognized for our ability to do this.
And it's clear that you do that because there aren't that many complaints.
No, they're very...
People are happy.
Yes.
And your job is what people feel like, this is okay, this is what I'm paying taxes for.
Yes.
The streets are plowed, I got my garbage picked up, and it's done successfully.
Yes.
And so also with the parks, what are the kinds of things they're looking for in
They
parks?
want to know how we handle our safety inspections and how, what is our plan to make sure we maintain them. From grass cutting to the actual equipment that's there. They want to know, what we offer, how we maintain them, and just so that it's at the highest level for the kids in our community as well. So that's all part of what the APWA is looking for. Which
very, very interesting. And the fact that we got a couple of electrified trucks,
yes,
I think are big on our...
Oh yeah, they're going to be listed on there along with the buses for the senior services. So we do so much and we offer so much, and this is just the tip of the iceberg of what this accreditation is going to allow us to... We're going to thrive.
And you do more. I mean, like your vehicle maintenance department. You do every vehicle.
We
Be
do.
it a police car, the
garbage truck.
The garbage trucks. And I'm sure that's another thing that they're going to be looking at.
Oh, yes. And I know they're going to come and they're actually going to do an inspection. So they're going to see our garbage truck up on those lifts and everybody working on them. We are an amazing team, and we do so much.
You do. And I do know that you track all the maintenance.
We do.
Yes,
they just put in a whole new program for it. So the maintenance is tracked. Everything. From every phone call, we make sure that everything is addressed and that we have we have it.
It is the right way to run a business.
Yes, it is.
And it's running a business, but you're customer service.
Yes.
And that's what you do. So now we're pivoting and looking at all the other departments. So I think each department was asked to find a liaison.
Yes.
To work with
to
you?
work with me
Yes.
because it appears like it's a lot, but it's really, it's not that it's a lot of paperwork you have to gather.
Oh.
We have everything. It's just being able to say, okay, it is here, here, and here. So instead of having every single person trying to get it, one person to help me gather that so that I have it when we sit down with whoever our representative is from the APWA.
Very nice.
So
So tomorrow's your first
Monday is my first meeting about it. So I'm very excited, a little nervous, but I'm confident. This project is perfect for what my degree is in, what I do. It's just at a much bigger level than I've ever done before. So I'm very excited.
You don't start small.
No, I never do.
You just go big.
Yes, always.
So this is what's your favorite part about it?
I love gathering information. I love research. It's a big part of my life and my education. So to be able to sit and to gather this and to make up the binders and tell, be able to put in writing where everything is and how we can get it if we don't have it, having that, being able to pre-plan for the unexpected, that's something that makes me very excited.
That kind of leads into my next question to you, which was, if you see that there's a policy or a practice that, you know that the accreditation team is going to be looking for, how do you work with the division, the department, to say, hey, let's improve this and bring it up to this standard?
So what I've done is I've set up a checklist for every single department I'm going to sit with. I believe off the top of my head there's 44 chapters total in their book. 41 of them is what we have to do because the others just don't. Wow. Yeah, we don't need do any of the things that are in those other ones, so we don't have to worry about those. So we're gonna sit down. They're going to give me everything I asked for that was in the book. I gave them a checklist. Once I get that, we'll review it. If I see anything in there, I'm then going to meet with the person and the director of that division or department and go, okay, we need to update this. It just has to be a little bit more specific or a little bit broader. And that's how I plan on addressing those at this point. But as we'll have to make some adjustments as we go through because some are going to be easier than others.
So it's also an educational tool.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. And most assessments, if you do them right, usually are an educational tool.
It's going to teach us, even if there's something we don't have in place, it's going to teach us how to be better and how to grow. Because that's really what matters is how we adapt and grow with the world around us and our township.
Yeah. And one of the things that you're going to see is all of our staff. Everybody is great. All the people. That's why we're so successful.
Yes.
It's because everybody works well together. And now you're going to be meeting and working in all the departments.
Yes, because there are people I've been here a while, but there's
a lot of people that work here.
Yes, there are. I'm very excited.
It is. It really is. And so you figure, how long will this take?
I am hoping to have the initial self-assessment done, I would say, within a month of getting the information from everybody. I'm asking everybody to get me their stuff within 30 days. There's going to be some wiggle room. I know that's a short amount of time,
right.
But some are going to be able to because there's not a ton of information. So I'm going to set a 30-day initial, and we'll go from there. So I'm hoping that we can do our first assessment with them within 3 months, and then I'm hoping
very nice.
6 months for them to come out. I don't know how scheduling goes with the organization. I don't know how long it takes, how we have to be on their list, but I'm hoping 6 months, at most a year.
That'll be great.
Have an answer.
And then the mayor can truly, really say that we are the best town around.
Yes, we are.
So thank you, Sam, for coming today.
Thank you for having
me.
me.
Terrific show. And hopefully everybody's holding on to their calendar.
I hope so, because that means a lot to me, that calendar.
Yep. Well, thank you, everyone, for watching Greenable Woodbridge and being part of the experience and part of the change.